Tyler Whale 666 channel coming at you tonight with a very anti-Christian sentiment. Making a video, no, not about this beer, certainly not. It's actually about a little something else that I picked up. It's been a while since I've purchased a pistol or revolver, so I decided why not go for a new, this is a Glock piece, you see it? Ooh. Anyways, I'll dispense with the gayetries here and actually show the gun. There's actually no magazine in there, and chamber check shows that it's empty, but let's actually pop the magazine back in there so we can feel a little safer, because it does have 15 rounds of 9mm. Anyway, so my consideration set originally was the Glock 30, the Glock 23, and then I was thinking about getting a Glock 26, and then I went with the 19. It was kind of like the last one on the list I thought I'd get, but I was kind of considering it, and then long story short, obviously I did end up with it. I really like the Generation 4 due to the grips, and based on a lot of research that I've done, I do feel that 9mm is about one of the better handgun rounds, probably a little bit better than the 4.5 or the, I really like the 40 and the 4.5 and everything, but 9mm I think is also a fun round to shoot and is effective for defense. People that say, okay, that 9mm doesn't, do anything, it's an ineffective round, they either don't know what the fuck they're talking about, they don't know about ballistics, or they just don't know how to shoot, or they have a small wiener and they need some sort of compensation. Bottom line is there's something wrong with them. So if you run into one of these dipwads, then don't listen to them. They certainly don't know what they're talking about. Okay? Anyway, I decided to buy this pistol because I haven't purchased a pistol in a long time, and why I felt I owed it to myself to buy myself a new handgun. So basically, yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's pretty nice looking, and let's get it out here in the light, see if we can see it a little bit better. Kind of do some looking at it. See this gun? Well, there goes my finger in front of it, but I'm not going to edit anything out. I'm kind of a, I just take the videos. I don't really plan them out or try to act real cool like some people do on YouTube. Those people need to get a fucking clue for sure. YouTube is not the place to try and make yourself look cool. The internet's not the place to try and make yourself look cool or make people think you're cool. Why don't you do that in real life instead? Okay? Now, for those of you who don't know me in real life, my YouTube personality is much different than what I act like in real life. So, but I still have an anti-Christian sentiment either way, and I think that Christians are homosexual in nature. Actually, they're not homosexual in nature. They oppose the human rights of homosexuals to get married, which, okay. Well, I'll dispense with the gayetries here and just kind of go over the gun a little bit. It's a 15 round 9mm. It ran me $588. I bought it at the local shooting range, and I was only able to put about 100 rounds through it. That's all that they would really sell to me. And I went through like 3 different counties looking for 9mm ammunition, because I only have 100 rounds plus 30 loaded up in the magazines for my P95, and then some miscellaneous rounds, like, I don't know, I think I counted like 25 in there, so maybe like 150 rounds of 9 is all I have. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to shoot it. I went to 2 different Walmarts, several different hardware stores. I drove by the range to see if they'd let me carry out a box, but they were closed. But yeah, the 100 rounds I did shoot were flawlessly functioning, and I really am a true believer in the 9mm caliber. You'll find that some people think that 9mm is an ineffective round, which is just ignorance. It was a very effective round, even in Full Metal Jacket. Okay. 40 and 45 may be slightly more effective, but and I like those too, but you know they're a little more expensive to shoot. I already had a 40 caliber Glock, so I kind of wanted to get a 40 or a 45 or a 9 millimeter. So that's what I did. Because I kept talking about buying this, a new Glock, and then you know I always have to. If I talk about stuff, I do it. So that's kind of how that all went, and I would recommend this pistol to anyone. I can really see why people think that the 9mm Glock 19 is one of the best all-around handguns. It's small enough for concealment. I'm filming this video in Iowa, but I actually live in Illinois, which eventually we should be able to carry guns over there. So I wanted to get something kind of smaller. And this is a little bit smaller than my P95, definitely smaller than my Glock 22, but I'm not going to go on and on about it. Just wanted to make a quick video to tell everybody how much I think of this little guy here. It's a very nice Glock. They have the Gen 4s kind of look like they have a slightly different finish on there, and from what I've heard that's true. The grip and the fact that it came with 3 magazines was really nice. In case I didn't mention it, it only ran me $588. It was reasonably priced. In this day and age, people are jacking up the prices on handguns and handgun ammunition. The other day I went shooting, I had to pay like $64 for 100 rounds of white box 40 and shit, so that was fucking gared and shit. But I'll tell you what, boy, this baby's gonna get out there and do some shooting as soon as I can find some more rounds for it. I still haven't cleaned it after the 100 rounds I put through at the range. I did notice that since it's a lot lighter than my Ruger P95, that it does recoil a lot harder. It reminds me of, well, I shouldn't say it reminds me of, but I used to have a Smith & Wesson 3rd generation 9mm. It was a single stack 9mm, and it had some recoil for like a 9. I mean, it was small. It was a 3904, and those are kind of rare. But I also got this little gay Black Hawk holster. By gay, I mean happy. It came with a smile on its face. So, anyway, as usual, I'm not going to thank you for watching the Tyler Whale channel, because I am a rude jerk.